Yo, what's up, otakus? And welcome to a video on Death Note. This video is gonna be both a review and an analysis about one of the best anime of all time, Death Note. So let's get started. Now let's talk about the story. So, in Tokyo, a high school student named Light Yagami finds the Death Note. It's a mysterious notebook that can be used to kill anybody as long as the user knows both the target's name and face. Light decides to use this book to kill all of the criminals in the world in order to become the god of the new world. 5 days later, Light is visited by Ryuk, a Shinigami, and the Death Note's previous owner. Ryuk is invisible to anyone who hasn't touched the Death Note yet, so Light's fine, for now. He reveals that he dropped this notebook into the human world because he's bored and he's now amused by Light's actions. Anyways, the killings continue, and the global media suggests that a single mastermind is responsible behind all of this, and names him Kira. A detective named Dale collaborates with the international police in order to find Kira, and tricks Light into revealing that he lives in the Kanto region of Japan. As a program with a decoy of L about finding Kira is only broadcasted there, and Light kills the decoy, thinking that is L. But Light is now furious as he vows to kill L. L also finds out that Kira has inside knowledge of the Japanese police, which is led by Light's father, Soichiro Yagami. L then monitors all the family members of the people in the Kira investigation and learns enough to suspect Light. Around this time, Light graduates from high school to college and is also in the same college as L under the name of a pop star Hideki Ryuga, and also reveals to Light that he's L. And recruits him into the Kira task force, and now both are trying to reveal from each other some crucial information. But now the Kira task force just found a second Kira, which is the actress model Misa Amane, who obtained her death note from a Shinigami named Ren. The backstory behind this is that there was a Shinigami named Jealous who loved Misa and had given up his life protecting her from a creep. So Ren the Shinigami, who had witnessed all of this, took Jealous's death note and gave it to Misa. She also made a deal with him, which gave her Shinigami eyes, which allow her to kill a person knowing only the face, at the cost of half of her lifespan. Misa, however, wanting Light to be her boyfriend, uncovers Light as the original Kira, but Light wants to use her eyes to find out L's real name. Meanwhile, L links information leading to the fact that Misa in fact is the second Kira. So Rem threatens to kill Light if he does not find a way to save Misa. Light arranges a scheme in which he and Misa temporarily lose their memories and switch the death notes between Rem and Ryuk, and have Rem pass the death note to an idiot named Kyosuke Higuchi, who easily gets caught by the police as Light touches the death note, regaining his memories and killing Higuchi as he regains its possession. Also, Misa's memories are back now as well. Light instructs her to continue killing, which leads to her capture and execution. Rem realizes that Light's plan all along was to have her sacrifice herself to kill L, as the Shinigami may not kill others to prevent a human's death. So Rem kills L and disintegrates as Light shows him his true colors. But now Light has to work as both L and Kira. Oh, and L's butler Watari has an orphanage full of kids who are trained to become detectives, the best ones being Nier and Mello. Anyway, 4 years later, the cults have arisen who now adore and worship Kira. Nier and Mello, being aware that L is dead, suspect Light. Mello kidnaps Light's sister Sayu, which results in his father's death during a rescue mission. As suspicion falls again on Misa, Light passes Misa's death note to a supporter of Kira, Teru Mikami, who deletes the heck out of everyone. He also appoints Kiyomi Takada as Kira's spokesperson. Realizing that Takada is connected to Kira, Mello kidnaps her and asks her to remove her clothes to ensure that there are no tracking devices. But she's got a scrap of death note right here and kills Mello by writing down his real name. But Light kills her to type any loose ends. Nier now finds out the connection between Mikami and Kira and arranges a meeting between Light and the Kira task force members. Light tries to have Mikami kill all the task force members as well as Nier, but Mikami's death note fails to work as it's replaced with a decoy. Pursuing the names Mikami had written down, only Light's is missing, which proves that Light is Kira. Light is grievously wounded by Matsuda as he tries to make a last-ditch effort by using a scrap of death note from his watch. Ryuk writes down Light's name as their partnership had ended, so Light ends up perishing. The end. now let's talk about the factors that make Death Note so good. First up, we have the protagonist, who is an extremely intelligent guy and knew really well how to use the Death Note. Like if some idiot like me were given the Death Note, they'd probably have written their name first and that would be the end right there. But no, Light with his 200 or whatever IQ handled it so well. Then we have the scripting and direction. The script written is truly a masterpiece and its direction was just amazing. The way it led to the ending, man. It was also executed really well with these characters and their character development. Speaking of the ending, it was perfect, like something that was meant to happen and how karma got to light. I was literally spoiled about the ending even before I got to watch this show, but I still enjoyed it to a point where it's my favorite anime of all time. Me and my mind were literally having a battle of prediction with this story and how it will lead to the end, if that makes sense. Anyways, at last we have the OST and the voice acting, which are just completely on point and perfect. Even the English dub is surprisingly so good. It's just a true masterpiece. Now let's look at how well this anime was received by the fans. Most of the people really like it. Its ratings on both MyAnimeList and IMDb are really good and it's the most popular anime on ML. That aside, a lot of people do seem to like it a lot generally as well, except for some idiots who criticize minor stuff like the animation quality, though it was made in 2006 and all that. Like, at least they're not using trash CGI. Yes, Berserk, I'm talking about you. There's some who wanted Light to win in the end as well. I ain't one of them. I do like Elmore though. So yep, most of the people do really love it, especially in my country. Like, bruh, me, my best friend, and hundreds of thousands of people in the internet talk about it like crazy, bruh. Like, everybody loves it so much. And now, it's time to rate it. My score is an absolute 10 out of 10. It's just... But what about you guys? What do you guys think about Death Note and how much would you like to rate it? Comment down below and let me know. But anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And anyways, I'll see you guys. Sayonara and Matane. Oh, and also, can you believe it? All the deaths and stuff in Death Note happened only because Ryuk was bored. Yeah.